Can you introduce yourself and just tell us a bit about yourself? How long have you been with the team and your background?
Yeah, sure. My name's Kenny Lynn. I joined the PUMAS at the start of the season, so just before the French series. I'm from New Zealand, and I coached for 8 years in France. That's where I was before I joined the Highlanders last year, and then joined the PUMAS this year.
Did you specialize as a kicking coach?
No, I coach the backs and also the attack with Felipe.
He's going to ask 100 questions.
No, you can like that.
That's fine, it's sunny.
Coach, can I just ask you, last weekend was a good performance for the Pumas. Can you guys back it up this time on home soil, on South African home soil?
Well, yeah, that's going to be the big test for us. We were really happy with how it went last week. We understand at the same time what's awaiting us on Saturday. There's a lot on the line. There's a Rugby Championship on the line. We've been happy with how we've been going, but we know that to get the kind of performance that we want, we need to step it up again. So look, I fully back these guys. They're great guys to coach. They're really excited about what lies ahead. So can we do it? Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday evening.
You got the result, but the scrum was obviously the one area you guys will want to improve on. What's your plan looking at that?
Might be better to speak to Andreas, our scrum coach. I just work on the launches after that. Look, I think he's got a plan. I think on our own ball it was solid, and if we can match them, we understand that that's a huge strength of South Africa, and they're always going to be going like that. It's one of the ways the Springboks get into the game, using their scrum. So look, we're really looking to counter it as best we can.
Your first game against the All Blacks, the next week, you guys failed to back that up. Juan talked about consistency. That's obviously a big talking point in the team this week.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's part of the growth of this team. Now we've got some really good belief in what we're capable of doing, but everything we talk about is always about just performance, not result. We just want to see the guys back it up in terms of how we play, how we move on the field, our attitudes, our performance. Like, keep growing the belief, keep being brave. That's the most important thing for us. We see that, we'll be happy. The result, that's the next part.
Say that there is a permutation that you deny South Africa a bonus point. You can win the Rugby Championship by getting a bonus point. Then.
For sure.
How much does that come into play, or is it just keep by the game plan?
Look, for us, we don't really speak about that. I think with the way we play, if we can win enough ball, we're going to give ourselves a chance to score tries. It's just going to be a matter of, can we start well? Can we be accurate at the start? We've been giving teams 17-point leads the last two games. We can't afford to do that against South Africa. If we give ourselves a chance at the start being accurate, we get enough ball to challenge the defence of South Africa, then we're going to have a chance. And if we can perform, then maybe we can be getting those tries. But we just take it step by step at the start before thinking about the possible bonus or the win.
How do you guys you've got players playing all around the world. You look at Chakobare, Senti, the Benetton group. You know, how do you get all the ideas, you put them together to make it a perfect puzzle, or almost a perfect picture for Argentinian rugby?
Yeah, Felipe's been great like that. We've got a really clear DNA and a way of playing. And to be fair, when you look at the start of the season, it did take a couple of weeks for that to blend, because the guys have come from everywhere. Different competitions, different languages, different ways of seeing the game. But one thing, and I certainly felt it arriving fresh, is that the boys have so much passion for the jersey and their country. Like, you feel it when you talk to them and you get to know them more, and certainly for the games and the training. So I think you combine that with a clearer identity, and as well, Felipe's been working really well behind the scenes in terms of our values and who we are and who we want to represent. So I think that's starting to come out in the field.
Can I ask you, this is a very professional environment, international environment, but can I ask you this question as a New Zealander? Is it not strange for you that New Zealand for the first time is not vying for the title, and it's Argentina, you helping coaching Argentina against a so-called final against South Africa?
Yeah, I think it's great, mate. I couldn't be prouder being here with this group. They've welcomed me. I'm immensely, I feel just huge gratitude that I had the chance. And if I can help them grow them as a team and as people and keep developing the way we play. And if that means that we're in the final instead of New Zealand, it's like that at the moment because that's my role and it's great.
You've already mentioned clarity. What other things has Felipe brought to the group?
We speak a lot about being brave, being ourselves, playing free. So I think that's driven really hard from Felipe. We want the players to be decision makers. We want them to feel like they can have a go on the field if they're seeing the space. They're not boxed in by too many restrictive game plans. Like, we certainly know how we want to play, and we drive that hard. But I think it's that ability to be able to play eyes up, look in front of us, use what Argentina always has, which is good, strong physicality, great defense, great passion, and then adding in that ability to move teams around the field, extra discipline, and yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't sound disrespectful, but having beaten Australia, New Zealand and South Africa, your best season ever in Rugby Championship, was that a bit of a surprise?
I don't know if I'd say it's a surprise because, like, it's just a really good result of the little steps we've been taking each week in these campaigns starting from France, and you could feel something building every week. So it's a good thing. We're we're happy with where we're at, but like I say, we haven't really spoken about that either, because we just keep on working on every single day, coming in, getting better, who we are, understanding how we play, and then that finishing in a performance on Saturday.
You've obviously come across Tony Brown in your coaching, with the Highlanders. What have you seen different with the Springboks in terms of, has their approach sort of surprised you at all?
It hasn't surprised me. I know Tony really well. We actually live 15 minutes from each other. We played together in the Highlanders for a year, but what he's changed is they play with more width. You can certainly see their keenness to move the ball, especially on turnover, once they get a little bit of momentum on the edge. Slightly different shape with their forwards. A little bit more ball playing with their forwards, and as well the use of shorter lineouts. So all that with Tony, you always know that there's going to be the odd trick play as well coming to the game. So you don't know where it's going to come, but last week you saw the kick over the back of the head of Reinach. So there's always going to be little things like that he brings.
Is it easier for you to defend when you know someone that well, to sort of plan to defend against?
Yes and no. I mean, with that, you understand the DNA as well of how they're going to play with Tony, but then with South Africa, there's still going to be big, strong guys running hard into you. So, yeah, you can plan for it, but for us, a lot of our trainings, we focus on us, just the same principles in defence without taking too much time for the specifics of the opposition.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.